Ruben once again with Philosophy. If you liked any of my past videos, please subscribe to the channel, like or comment on the videos. It will be greatly appreciated. Today I want to talk about if you want to be a master. If you want to be a master, you must master the basics. We look at masters, right? And these are, in your eyes, somebody who has reached super levels of success in whatever, your goal is in life. Look at a master and you look at the abilities and the things this master does, and you're in awe. And you may be thinking, wow, you know, he must know something I don't know. Wow, his techniques, his skill is too advanced. He must know some secrets. Wow. And maybe you even get to the point that you think I can never reach that level of success because I'm sure I'll never really know what he does. He must do something secretly. Only this is he must have a certain skill I don't know about. Then let's say you do get close to this person and he's offering to teach you, and he starts teaching you some knowledge. And that knowledge seems familiar. It's basic knowledge, right? Or basic skills. And you think, well, I understand that and I know that. I've already read about that. I want to learn your advanced techniques. What are the advanced things? I've learned this. But what are your advanced techniques? You're missing the whole point. If you want to be a master, you must master the basics. See, the basics is the fundamentals. The basics is your foundation. Just look at any person who's super successful and look at what they do. They do the basic things. They do the same things that they did when they started. If you look at baseball players, they're hitting the basic hits. A pitcher's throwing the basic pitch. Look at a basketball player, he's throwing basic shots over and over again. Sure, they, you know, practice the advanced shots and the loops and here and there. Sure, but their focus is on the basics. Always the basics, because the basics is what gets you to your super success level. Not the advanced techniques. Sure, they're perks, but it's not the meat. It's not the actual thing that elevates you to that level. It's always the basics. If you look at boxers, they always practice the basic punches. Anybody in any field, if they're super successful and they're at that level for a long time, they practice the basics. So must you. If you want to be a master, you must know that you must master the basics. Master these basics. And all these concepts are the basics. Mainly the four basic concepts. Who do you listen to? Willingness to learn. Training, balance, skill, and the four steps of learning. You always go back to those basics. Always. Sure, you're going to learn more material, advanced material, but you will always come back to this. You're married to this, to the basics. And that is the secret. If there ever was a secret to success, you're frustrated. You think, oh man, why can't I just reach success? My God, well, I'm missing something, and you think you're missing some type of advanced technique or skill. The truth is that you're missing the main thing. You're missing the basics. This is why people fail, because they overlook the basics. They don't think they're important. I once heard a saying, if you ever want to hide something, you hide it in plain sight. The basics are right there, but They're so powerful, but just so basic that you don't pay attention to them. You don't focus on them. You go through them, but you don't focus on them. And when you focus on them, that's the magic. That's what, manifests the flame and burns. And it burns into you. If you want to be a master, you must master the basics. Always go back to the basics. Always go back to the basics. That's your foundation. How is there a building standing without a foundation? It can't. It'll fall. It'll crumble. Sure, you'll get it up and going and get to a certain level, but it's a waste of time because you'll crumble. And you just frustrate yourself. And you're gonna think you're unlucky and that and somebody else is lucky and all this stupidity that people have been thinking throughout time. You must master the basics. If you want to be a master, master the basics. If you're at a job, master the basics of your job. Keep focusing on the basics. Sure, learn new information, keep growing, but focus on the basics, because the basics are so, you can go into them so deep. It's eternal. It never stops. You could always learn something new from the basics. See, and that's the magic. Because see, everybody else is focusing on these advanced techniques of more techniques, newer techniques, and how to do this, how to do it differently. And they don't pay attention to the basics. They think they know the basics. Oh, I already know the basics. Okay, I gotta move on. But it's the person that focuses on the basics that stands out. And not many people do that. That's why those who stand out and those who are super successful, what they do are rare. Because they understand that they must focus on the basics, that the basics, that's the meat. But other people, the losers, they focus on something. They focus on the secrets, on the advanced techniques, on the advanced knowledge. Oh, I gotta learn this advanced knowledge. No, no, no. It's the basics. You focus on the basics. I talked about Bruce Lee, During that time, these masters would get into battle and they would be in battle for hours. For hours. Because they've learned so many moves, hundreds of moves, but they never focused. Bruce Lee focused on a few basic concepts, the basics. He focused on the basics better than anyone else. He would get into battle, boom, in a couple seconds is done. He wins. He's the person who focuses on the basics and knows them better than anybody that will reach that success. And that's the secret. See, that's the secret. If there was ever any secret, is that focus on the basic knowledge, on the basics, whatever that may be. In this case, you focus on the basic knowledge, which is this, what you're learning here. That's the basics. That's the person that will impress. That's the person that will stand out. That's the person who is the master. And even when you do become a master, your learning still then doesn't stop. You're still learning the basics and you still keep coming back to the basics. So if you want to be a master, master the basics. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, like or comment on the video. See you guys next time.